play in Oakland, I always go back to that movie Moneyball, which came out a few years back, starring Brad Pitt and Jonah Hill. It's become a baseball classic. And there is one quote in particular that always comes to mind whenever the Yankees go out west.
We will lose to the Yankees out there.
Perhaps incredibly, after the Yankees' horrid start, in which they were on pace for about 82, 83 wins just about a month and a half ago, the Yankees are now on pace for 95 wins. They've won 58.7% of their games, and if you expand that out to a full season, it comes to 95 games. The Yankees could theoretically win 100 games if they go 26-10 over their final 36 games. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but the Yankees do have kind of a lighter schedule after they finish up this series against Oakland. They still have to play the Blue Jays, who have been kind of falling off a little bit. They still have a few more games against the Rays. I thought those games were on the road, but I was told that they were at home, and I looked at the schedule and confirmed that. So the Yankees do have an outside chance, but they're going to need to play really good baseball going forward. Unfortunately for the Yankees, the Rays continue to win. They are playing at a .622 clip. They are on pace for 100.7 wins, so we're going to need them to fall off a little bit if the Yankees want to take this division. And I think it's really important to take the division because you don't want to play in a one-game wild card and use up Garrett Cole, who's your best weapon, out of the rotation. But if you got to do that, then that's just what you got to do. The Yankees have been forced into that position before. Sometimes they've won, sometimes they've lost. But I think it's better if they can make a charge and take this division. The Yankees are getting a piece of their heart and soul back tonight in Oakland. Gio Urshela returns from the injured list. He was hitting .274 with 11 home runs and 41 ribbies, a 105 OPS plus, so slightly above average offensively this season. But the real factor that Gio Urshela brings to the ballpark is his amazing defense. He's the best Yankees third baseman defensively that they've had since probably A-Rod's first couple of years with the Yankees. A-Rod lost a little bit of range as his career went on. He had some hip issues. Robin Ventura was another excellent defensive third baseman for the Yankees, though he was probably past his prime by the time the Yankees got him. But I love watching Gio Urshela over there at the hot corner. He can really pick it. He's got a great arm. He can move into foul territory and throw across his body and still make an accurate throw. He's excellent on pop-ups. We talked about that yesterday on the Frieze with all of the foul ground in Oakland. Having a great third baseman who can run and go get those pop-ups is huge. It can lead to a couple of extra outs over the course of a series. So the Yankees are getting stronger defensively. I don't know how he's going to do offensively, having missed a couple of weeks. He had limited rehab, but hopefully he can slide back in. And I want to say I appreciate what Rougned Odor has done here. He didn't have to go play third base. He is not a natural third baseman. Never really played third base in his career, but he went out there and took one for the team. And though he made some errors and looked bad at times, he really worked his ass off, and you saw some improvement over the last couple of weeks. He continues to get big hits. So shout out to Rougned Odor for really standing up and taking one for the team. But now it's time to slide Gio Urshela back in there. Now that does get a left-handed bat out of the lineup. However, the Yankees do still have Joey Gallo. They still have Rougned Odor. I know those guys are 0 for their last million at-bats, but they have been swinging the bat better. The balls just have not been falling. So let's hope that the lineup doesn't lose too much of their balance by taking that extra left-handed bat out of there. Welcome back, Gio Urshela. So we got Jameson Taillon going on Thursday night. We've got Garrett Cole going on Friday night. We've talked about both of those guys at length. They both had excellent seasons so far. But I wanted to spotlight Nestor Cortes Jr., who's pitching on Saturday. Now that he's thrown 56 and a third innings, we have enough StatCast data to compare him against his peers and see where he ranks in a lot of the typical StatCast categories. Let's start off with the traditional stats. He is 2-1 in 56 and a third innings. He's got more strikeouts than innings pitched, 60 strikeouts, 2.56 ERA, 15 games, 7 of which are starts, and a 1.07 whip. Those numbers are fantastic. But if you dig down into his StatCast data, you'll see that he's well above average in the ERA, expected ERA, in expected batting average, barrel percentage. He keeps the ball off of the barrel of the bat. Expected slugging percentage. Now he's below average in whiff percentage and chase rate. Also in fastball velocity and fastball spin. Also slightly below average in curveball spin. But I'm not too worried about that because he's getting good results. Because the other areas show me that he's being deceptive. Pitching is about deception. It's about making the hitter feel uncomfortable. There's a lot of ways that you can make a hitter feel uncomfortable. The preferred way for most general managers, most managers, is to get a guy who throws 100+ miles an hour and has a filthy breaking ball. That definitely makes you feel uncomfortable as a hitter because you have to prepare for 2 really good pitches. You know, if you mix in a changeup, 3 really good pitches, although most pitchers will tell you they don't have all 3 of their pitches or 4 or whatever working on any given night. But if you get 1 or 2 pitches working, you'll usually give your team a chance to win. But Nestor Cortes Jr. makes guys feel uncomfortable in a different way. He freezes in his delivery. He drops down sidearm. He throws his pitches without any pattern. In and out, up and down, hard and soft. The man knows how to pitch. And I'm really excited that the Yankees have a young lefty who's not going to blow out his arm throwing nothing but gas. He's in there being crafty, and I think he's only going to get better. All right, so what are the Oakland A's up to this year? They are 70-57. They are making a run at that second wild card spot, so this could be a potential wild card round matchup. They're a good team. They've got some guys who can hurt the Yankees for sure. Starling Marte is a guy that worries me. He was a trade deadline acquisition. He's hitting .323 on the season. He's got 4.2 wins above replacement, 9 home runs, 39 ribbies, 39 stolen bases, a 141 OPS plus, 872 OPS on the year. They've also got Matt Olson, who in my mind is the prototypical Yankee Stadium hitter. I wish he could end up as a Yankee someday, maybe when he's a little bit older. He is batting .278 with 32 home runs, 82 RBIs. He's walked 62 times, struck out 83 times, 934 OPS, 160 OPS plus. So this team has some offense. The Yankees pitchers are going to need to be careful with these guys. Their number 1 pitcher, Chris Bassett, is on the injured list. He got hit by a line drive last week. The rest of their pitching staff is pretty good. They got a bunch of guys with ERAs under 4. They are solid. Oakland is going to be a tough matchup. This is going to be another test of how good the Yankees actually are. We thought that the Braves might be a serious test. Yankees walked over them. I'll be back with recaps on Saturday night and Sunday. We're going to do a Yankees game day tomorrow, actually Yankees game night, and then I'll probably do an episode of the Frieze this weekend. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you next time. Special shout out to the Patreon supporters and anyone else who has supported this channel. If you enjoyed this video, give it the old thumbs up and subscribe for more Yankees content year round. If you really enjoyed it, check out the Frieze. It's the official podcast of this channel. Or pick up some swag from the Teespring store, link in the description. Thanks for watching.